Today's video about metformin and is it the magic pill of use. As always, I recommend the visitors of my channel to download presentation as PDF file from the link in the description, and then you can get access to these scientific publications and references to learn more. Metformin, only 2-3 years ago, was a lot of attention to metformin, and I was taking metformin myself because there was news that metformin, together with growth hormone injections and also with zinc and other supplements, reduced reversed age in some elderly men. So, but now we have news that it is actually not so good. Okay, let's go to the presentation. Metformin is medication that is mainly used to treat the type 2 diabetes by lowering blood sugar levels. It reduces the absorption of glucose from the intestine and blocks the production of glucose in the liver, thereby lowering blood glucose levels, which in turn improves the body response to insulin. Metformin has anti-inflammatory properties. The decrease in inflammation from metformin may be due to a shift in the gut microbiota toward an increase in the production of bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids from carbohydrates, such as and the short fatty acids like butyric and propionic acids. And they also suppress the growth of those bacteria that feed on mucus, and mucus that protects the intestinal wall from mechanical damage, and not digested also bacteria that feed on not digested protein. So this is my also idea that metformin impact on health is mostly because of this its impact on our guts, on the microbiota in the guts. Metformin is excreted unchanged in the urine, and the mean elimination half time is 6 hours. Therefore, to reduce side effects, it is better to take metformin at night before bedtime at dose up to half gram, but refrain from taking it in the morning and during the day. Metformin is currently undergoing a large clinical trial involving more than 3,000 people to test the assumption that it can extend the lifespan of healthy people. In total, 75 million American dollars were collected for this test during the voluntary donations. It became clear that metformin alone cannot produce a significant life extension. But in combination with other drugs, metformin can probably have a positive effects on improving the health of people with diabetes. So this is what I say, that in combination with other supplements and medications, it can probably work, but it needs more research. Metformin produces a small extension of life in overweight diabetic patients. There is no evidence for metformin to have any such effect on metabolically normal people, in metabolically healthy humans. Actually, one can do better with exercise than with a regular intake of metformin. Taking metformin 2-3 times daily is known to reduce the health benefits of regular exercise. So far, the benefits of taking metformin have only been demonstrated for people who are physically inactive and follow a standard diet. For physically active people and those on ketogenic or carnivore diets, taking metformin may be useless. Healthy people often complain of increased fatigue when taking metformin 2-3 times a day, as it reduces the rate of cellular metabolism and suppresses muscle growth. Metformin may have some side effects such as gastrointestinal upset, vitamin B12 and B6 deficiencies, lactic acidosis, and an increased risk of cognitive dysfunction and anemia. In a placebo-controlled double-blind crossover trial with healthy young subjects, metformin caused a small but significant decline in maximal aerobic capacity during exercise. A double-blind placebo-controlled landmark trial with older adults with one risk factor for type 2 diabetes was investigated the effect of metformin and 12 weeks of aerobic exercise. Contrary to expectations, namely that effect of exercise and the drug would be additive, so it will go together. Metformin attenuated the increase in whole body insulin sensitivity and abrogated the exercise-mediated increase in skeletal muscle mitochondrial respiration. So it is again better to follow aerobic exercise or any physical activity, but it's actually metformin does not help in bodybuilding, does not help in to get benefits from physical exercise. The data from animal experiments using metformin is contradictory. One study showed that when a low dose of metformin was given to middle-aged male mice as a drink, their lifespan increased by average of 5.8%. But the higher concentration, 10 times higher concentration, became toxic. In other studies, metformin either did not increase or reduce the lifespan of mice. Similarly, metformin increased the average lifespan of female mice by 4.4%, while decreasing the lifespan of male mice by 13.4%, so quite substantially. Interestingly, injections of metformin resulted in improved mental performance in mice compared to administration of the drug with water or food. The hard truth is that virtually all drugs that suppress age-related degeneration in mice, they don't work in humans. Humans are really special. And then for us, it is the best diet is ketogenic diet, and mice for normal diet, they get energy from carbohydrates. It has been shown that taking metformin at doses 1.5 gram to 2.3 gram per day for 12 weeks slowed down the development of cancerous tumors in humans because it is suppressing glucose levels, and of course tumors need glucose, so it is really interesting, so obvious result, so it can help. And regular use in metformin and reduce the risk of developing diabetes and atherosclerosis in men with mean age about 64 years, over 3 years of taking the drug. Regular intake of metformin for 8 weeks improved the cognitive abilities of older men suffering from memory loss and development of Alzheimer's disease. Yeah, again, it's easy to understand the mechanism of this action because the best source of energy is fatty acids, and if people take metformin, they use these fatty acids, they use accumulated fat, and of course it is improving the cognitive abilities. Despite these positive results, exceeding the recommended dose of metformin does not lead to any health extension, but to reduction in life expectancy. So it is not magic pill at all. Both diabetes and obesity are recognized risk factors for COVID-19 and are linked to more severe outcomes. It appeared that metformin inhibited inflammatory activation. This is special proteins which result in a reaction of the immune system. And these proteins are responsible for activation of inflammatory responses of the immune system. Cell culture studies using macrophages revealed the underlying mechanism by which metformin exerts its anti-inflammatory activity, reduced production of ATP by mitochondria. Lower amounts of ATP in macrophages lead to the inhibition of mitochondrial DNA synthesis and the production of these pro-inflammatory signal molecules by macrophages in the lungs. But again, it can be explained by other mechanisms, because intake of metformin may reduce COVID-19 severity and mortality in patients on high carbohydrate diet, and this reduced inflammation from metformin might be caused by a shift in the gut microbiome. So again, if infected cells, they need glucose. If concentration of glucose in blood drops, it is obviously helpful for health, and also, but again, it's more reduced inflammation because of the shift in the microbiota. So these bacteria produce not much toxins. Instead, they produce short-chain fatty acids. So this is the improvement. Okay, then here you have references. Again, it was a quite big disappointment for people that metformin actually does not work as this anti-aging drug, and so many were hopes that it will work, but it didn't. And okay, but yet some people use metformin in together with some other supplements like vitamin B3, for example, and it may work. It may work. Again, it needs more research, and probably it is helpful. But I prefer to use berberine. Berberine works much better than metformin. Okay, the standard disclaimer that I'm not a medical professional. I am doctor in physics and mathematics by education, and biology, of course, my favorite subject, and I work a lot now in biology. I love it, but it is for personal benefits. And again, my opinion is mostly contradict to official opinion, and I rely on scientific publications, not on some opinion of popular websites or medical professionals or even artificial intelligence. So now artificial intelligence is given the position of the World Health Organization, and I don't want to follow it. So again, my project is has a goal completely different from medical healthcare, because my goal is radical extension of lifespan, not just to 120 years, but to few hundred years. I believe it is possible, and I work on it. Okay, so again, please, I have no official support for my project, and so you can support it by pressing button like and bell buttons, and subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and it's also, if you comment and ask questions in the commentary section, it will help, because it is forcing me to work harder and to get deeper into the subject, so it is real help. Okay, have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.